जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
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 જય શ્રીરામ. Thank you, અરુણાબેન, ગીતાબેન. જય શ્રીરામ, દીપકાનજી.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
શ્રીમંત પ્લીઝ.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
પણ આજે ચિલ્ડ્રન નથી, કાલથી શરૂ થશે. ઓકે, અત્યારે ઇંગ્લિશ સત્સંગ છે. તારે સાંભળવું તો સાંભળવું. ઓકે દીપકાનજી.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. નમો વિતરાગાય.
નમો વિતરાગાય.
નમો હરિહંતાણમ.
નમો અરિહંતમ.
નમો સિદ્ધાણમ.
નમો સિદ્ધાણમ.
નમો આયરીયાણમ.
નમો આયર્યાણમ.
નમો વત્સાયાણમ.
નમો ઉભગાયાણમ.
નમો લોય સવ સાહુણમ.
નમો લોય સવ સાહુણમ.
એસો પંચ નમકારો.
એસો પંચ નમુકારો.
સર્વ પાવ પ્રણાશનો.
સર્વ પાવપણાસો.
મંગલાણં ચ સર્વેષિં.
મંગળાણમ ચ સર્વેષિં.
પરમં હવૈ મંગલમ.
પરમં હવૈ મંગલમ.
ઓમ નમો ભગવતે વાસુદેવાય.
ઓમ નમો ભગવતે વાસુદેવાય.
ઓમ નમઃ શિવાય.
ઓમ નમઃ શિવાય.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ લલિતાબેન.
Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand, Deepakanandji.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
I just wanted Rajni Bai to share. I found a handout from 2010 on points to stay in, to keep the Purusharth for the Agnyas. I don't know if you recall
Yeah.
that. I would like to know if you would discuss that with our English-speaking Mahatmas. It would be helpful. I'm working on a translation. I found partly translated on 1 and 2, and I've got that too. I can share with you. I'm trying to work on 3 and 4 right now.
Mhm.
So Rajni Bai has the stuff. He
Yeah,
knows how.
he has it too. I send it to him. You want me to put it up or?
Hold on.
Should I send it to you?
No, I send it to him.
Okay.
I have it,
Cool.
but I don't know. It's easy for me to put it or he wants to put it. That's all.
Hold on.
See?
Is it what you're talking about?
Yes. You remember this?
Yeah.
I don't know whether you brought it for the youth or what, but I found these handouts. And Pulinanaji was kind enough to send me 3 and 4 also.
Right. So firm determination is the first point.
Mm-hmm.
Our decision to remain in the Agnas,
Mm-hmm.
precepts, is the key point for us to remain in the five precepts.
Correct.
It's like, in principle, if you try to analyze, it is our decision to attend the satsang. So somehow we end up joining and we remain in the satsang. But if we say, let me see, I'll try, when that firmness is not there, when that firm decision is not there, even circumstances don't become favorable for us to fulfill and accomplish that decision. So this point is very relevant. As Dada Bhagwan has also said that whether you follow or you don't follow, whether you succeed or you fail in remaining in the Agna, in the boundaries of the precepts, he said he doesn't see that. He just sees how much is your willingness, how much firm your decision is. And when that decision is firm, naturally, you will be very vigilant, alert, and every time you cross the boundaries of the Agnas, it will ring a bell within you and you will definitely try to correct yourself. So this is how it works, the science behind decision.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if I have not decided to wake up at a particular time in the morning, let's say, I haven't decided. So even if I wake up at 4, it's fine. I wake up at 5, it's fine. I wake up at 10, it's fine. I haven't decided. But the moment I decided, no, I want to wake up at 5, and if I wake up at 4, what is my natural reaction? It's early. I'm
Mm-hmm.
1 hour early, so I can go to sleep. Or maybe I will say, oh, thank you, I got 1 hour more. That possibility is also there.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, if you wake up at 6, your reaction will be, oh my God, I'm late.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wake up precisely at 5, then you say, oh, on the dot. So why did these reactions came? Because of your decision that you want to wake up at 5. In the same way, wherever, in fact, it is also said that our failure is because of our indecisiveness. When you have decided and when you have firmly decided, then most of the time that possibility of your success increases drastically. Possibility of your accomplishment becomes very drastic. So here we want to understand and follow this principle of decision. And that's why it is said that today's decision is tomorrow's destiny. It will happen as you have decided. So firm decision. Can we go to the second one? The second one says incessant vigilance. Actually, what does this mean? The very fact that we have decided, the second step follows. And naturally, one thing that has opened up after self-realization or initiation, that awareness has definitely opened. And Dada has said that exactness has opened because you have clear demarcation between the relative and the real. So that alertness and that exactness, that perfection itself keep you alert. So that vigilance has opened within you. Now it's time, or what is important now is to use that vigilance. That's why it is a Shuddha Upyog. Shuddha Upyog means to use this alertness which has opened within us out of initiation ceremony and understand, like how it is said, grab that opportunity, every situation to understand the relative and the real. In fact, you have known the real with total conviction and decision that I am pure soul. So as you pass through different life situations of your mind, spirit, body, that is body self activities, body self situations, you end up understanding mind, speech, body as separate from you, number one. Number two, it is operated by nature's power of universal, what is it called? It's called Vyavasthit, but it's a universal cosmic power which operates relative or the body self of every living being, including human. So with that vigilance that has opened, you will start using that vigilance to understand all these body self activities. However complicated, however irritating, however annoying, however pleasing, however violent it is, you will be able to clearly demark, separate out the pure soul from the body self activity, body self and its activities. So the second part truly encompasses our vigilance and action, use of that separation which has opened. Can we go to the third one? Okay. Here it says that, in the second it says that you will be able to separate out the body self as you come across humans, come across vegetation, come across animals, at least those things which are visible in here through our eyes and ears. That's what it is. The third one, because of this vigilance, every time you cross the boundary of the precept, it will tinkle a bell within you and you will definitely correct the mistakes. And you will come back within the boundaries of the precepts. So, how will you say that? Formally, it is said that you sit, spend some time, recap the day's activity, recall the day's activities, and wherever you have crossed the boundaries of the precept, correct yourself, ask for forgiveness, and resolve to remain within the boundaries of the precepts only. But this is a formal interaction which we do, or formal decision, or formal planning we do. Actually, after such initiation into your soul state, all activities which are karmic results are naturally out of the universal cosmic power operation. As I said, that as Vyavasthit, there is a perfect order of nature. And all the corrective actions which are also done by ourselves, our intermediate enlightened state, is result of that vigilance, result of that initiation, So truly, we are not doing it. It is not happening out of worship, but it is happening out of vigilance, that divine light of yourself that is open, which illumines our bodies of activities. At the same time, it illumines our intermediate enlightened state also. So every time and everywhere where we have missed or skipped our uh, vision to see the relative and the real, it tingles the bells. And of course, at that time, you will not realize, in the sense, when that thing is happening or when you are in circumstances. But after the circumstance pass away and you are free, then it pops up and tells you, hey, this is where you had gone wrong. You missed. You forgot to see the pure soul. You forgot to understand that it was a natural happening, perfect happening of nature. But you've identified the person doing and you saw the person at fault. So that's where your correction naturally take place, right? So this basically, in fact, it encompasses our lifelong activity until we get away with all the imperfections which has come out of karmic results. And you end up correcting yourself with total perfection. Do you have any question?
No, I just want to make sure that, this is a lot to cover and I don't want to hog the whole hour. People might have questions. So whatever is
If they have questions, they will raise their hand.
okay. All right. Very good. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that I'm accommodating everybody else.
Yeah, that's fine. If you have, so if we do the same thing with Dr. Kashyap also, he has a lot of questions. He has done a lot of homework.
Yes,
And in
yes,
fact,
he
maybe
has.
the whole satsang is not enough for him. It may overflow. There's possibility there. But then we also tell him that, okay, hold up for a while after if we will finish with someone else, and after that we'll come back to you. It's fine. Correct?
Yes, that's fine.
And then
Want to make
number
that
four is samai. That is where we formally sit, spend some time, retrospection, whatever activities we pass through, or in particular mistake that were committed. It depends on, we use different filters to correct ourselves, to understand what mistakes were committed. So people call that as meditation, but here, because of the initiation ceremony, that inner vigilance has opened. So there is no particular need of spending time like that. But naturally, as and when you get free, you will use that free time in retrospection and correction, fixing up all the mistakes that were corrected, that were committed rest of the time. So this is how it works. But formally, if something is irritating, something is really bothering you, then you can definitely put that particular mistake, put that particular aspect in your filter and analyze. Like imagine that with someone, every time you end up in a clash and things are not going right. So then you put that particular person in samayik, in your close vigilance. So it's like
time out.
doing samayik is like putting yourself in an ICCU, now ICU or ICCU, wherein you are closely observing all the parameters because there is no other distraction. There is no other commitment, but this particular aspect only. So in that vigilance, you come to understand what exactly mistakes are committed with that particular person, and you know how and when to connect, how to correct. So that's how it is said that imagine you had some very tricky differences between, with someone, and you spend 1 full hour correcting yourself, recalling what all mistakes were committed with that person, and then you keep correcting. Just imagine that after you finish that, after 1 hour of correction, if that person comes right in front of you, then all that 1 hour correction will be reflected in your dealing. You'll be very cheerful and happy interacting with the person. Because during that whole 1 hour, you analyze all the situations with that person and found out where the mistake was committed by Lalita and you corrected them. Every time your intellect proved that that was the other person's fault, but through such sessions, private internal session, you prove the person innocent through Dada science, and that's how if that person appears after 1 hour or in future, if the person appears anytime, anywhere, this close observation and correction really help us dealing positively, amicably with that person, without any grudge, without any prejudice, without any reservation.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll just hold here and take up Vaishali Ben quickly. Jai Sachidanand. We'll continue with this number 5. Okay. Give me a minute. I can hear. You can go ahead. Vaishali. Go ahead. Hello. Oh, and you
Jai
guys busy.
Sachidanand.
Sorry, I didn't see that.
No,
Okay,
that's
go
okay.
ahead.
I couldn't unmute. My question is on that same paper that we were looking at, that, Shata Jagrati is when you take every opportunity to see Shuddhatma in everything around you. And Samaik is the same thing, but you're seeing Shuddhatma without distraction. Is that what it is? I'm trying to see the difference between it.
No,
Okay.
that's not the thing. First of all, because of this initiation itself,
Mhm.
an awareness has opened within you,
Right.
and that is working all the time. That
Correct.
light of pure soul through Prajna Shakti is illuminating all the activities of Ishali.
Right.
So it now remains on you how to use that light and understand and use that light to see what Ishali is doing. So that is where you are using Shuddha Upyog.
Okay.
Understand? This is what the second point Satsang Jagrati
Right.
means.
Okay.
Incessant, non-stop, continuous awareness, vigilance. Right?
Yeah.
So this is what. And when during interactions you find out that these mistakes are committed, then you will do correction, do pratikraman, apologize and resolve never to commit those mistakes again. But if that is also not happening precisely, or that also even after doing that,
Mhm.
then you put that person in what is a full vigilance in Samai, and you meditate on your mistake with that person in particular. And that's how you will understand what all mistakes were committed with that person and you correct them all. And it will naturally happen. You will recall all the mistakes that happened in the past. Maybe it can go to 25 years, 30 years.
Mhm.
Maybe the first time when you met that person, something had happened, and until date, whatever mistakes were committed, almost like though bigger mistake, grosser mistakes, you will recall. And then when grosser mistakes are clarified and dissolved, then naturally your vision will show you other smaller mistakes also. So that's how. Okay.
Yeah, I understood. I just wanted to share a quick experience with you about the vigilance part that you were talking about. I used to feel
Go ahead.
like, will there ever be a point where I don't have to set this up ahead of time before an interaction where I could see the real relatives separate? But lately, I'm noticing I'm talking to somebody, and in the middle of the conversation, the thought comes in my head. This is relative. This person that I'm talking to is Prakriti. And
Absolutely.
also this
Correct.
thought of Pratikraman comes in my head, that in this interaction,
Perfect.
whatever's happening, and it's a strange, it's almost like an out of body experience, because I could kind of,
Correct.
it comes out
Absolutely.
and I could see it. But it's a wonderful
Correct.
feeling. So I know that this path that I'm on is working, and I have to keep on doing and not give up, just because sometimes things don't go my way, or Vaishali's way, not my way, but
It happened. But then actually what is the thing? See the benefit what you get and experience out of this vigilance and corrective process. Definitely you would like to do more.
yeah, right.
That's true.
Yeah. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Unmute.
Okay. Lalita Ben is finished?
Yes.
Okay.
For the time being under hold.
Okay. Kriti Ben.
Jai Satchidanand Deepakanandji.
Jai
Lalita Ben Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand. Question, oh, this is the English one. Just wanna have some confusion. When I was returning back from my flight from after the Guru Purnima, we were on the runway for 3 hours. They said we will, everything is okay. There was some person got emergency. So after 2.5, 3 hours, they said we are canceling the flight. So everybody back to the counter to book the ticket again. Anyway, during all that, the whole atmosphere was so chaotic at the airport, in the plane. People were very nervous. I was doing my Kirtan Bhakti, Charalut Bhakti. Still, I miss. It was not a quality Kirtan Bhakti because my attention was going with all my behind. People was getting anxious. So many people were not feeling good. Anyway, so and then the second day that flight didn't get through, so I have to stay next day. Next day when I flight, we were on the runway, took off, and they did emergency landing after 1 hour. They didn't announce why, but they say we have to do emergency landing. My son called me because he knew where I was. He said he was a little anxious. Mommy, are you okay? I go, yes, I'm okay. But there was an emergency and they landed our plane without even Kansas City. And all the passenger in the plane was very disturbed. They tried to keep calm. Anyway, all this during that time, I was doing my kirtan and I was Shuddhatma. That was my intention was. So how do I miss my Swaswarup to stay in my position? So please explain. I know that was a Vyavasti Shakti for me. So please tell me, or what do I need to, what kind of pratikramana I need to do?
Where was the mistake committed?
It was not mistake, but my attention was, because lady behind me, she got unconscious. They had to take her. In the plane, the paramedic came and they took that person in emergency. So what my question is, I was not focused completely in my first, because all this. So I was not in my Shuddhatmanu, even though when I was doing Kirtan Bhakti.
No. Only if there is any mistake committed, you have to correct yourself. So it was like that chaos. Wow. Were you in any capacity to help them?
But I was seeing them, those shit, airline. I was looking them that they are not, all these are created.
Who they means who were not doing what?
All the industry, the airline and all that. I was just looking them at that they are at fault.
What kind
I
of
don't know
fault?
why. The disturbance, the creating anxiety, all this collect, because I didn't get the flight for 3 days. They said, and my son said, no, you're not staying there. All the phone call, everybody was. So what am I saying? I was looking them at fault. The industry, the airline, the technology and all that. And it's not my place, but that's what going through my head. I'm just
imagine during this whole episode, if you had gone to sleep, what would have been your reaction?
nothing.
Nothing. So this knowledge of self, which illumines all the outside and our inner body self activities, it tells us that nobody is doing anything. But these times are bad.
Is it
These
my
times
time?
are bad.
Is my time? My time?
No, times are bad.
Okay.
Hold on, just a minute. These times are bad. During that time, this Microsoft, this thing had crashed, and due to that, the digital system was not working. So it was obvious that such a thing can happen, and it did happen. And over and above, someone was not well. So it is nobody's fault because nobody is doing anything. We know that. Things just happen. So in such situation, if you are in any capacity to help them, you should go and help. And if not, then just stay away and keep yourself busy. But seeing anybody at fault, that's definitely not right. So for that, you must be practical and understand that these are chaotic times and you are in that place along with them. So you also will have to pass through that situation, that disturbance, that chaos. But that is outside. There's nothing happening inside you. But because of the reflection, what is happening outside, it is reflecting within you, so that it's causing you trouble.
So I
So
didn't
this is
see
where,
that.
wherever you,
I didn't
go
see the
ahead.
Vyavasthi Shakti, that, I missed that part. Looking the
That look like,
Vyavasthi.
so this is common. Why? But it's like when we come across a disturbance, our mind, we are not able to handle that situation. And we try to keep ourselves away by doing Kirtan Bhakti and all that. But then even trying to do that, you can't remain well focused. So your attempt was right, but you did not succeed. So still that disturbance did come and you were not at ease. So this is where you have to recall and try to understand whose fault it was. Did anybody do it purposely? Was there any individual involved? And even if some individual is involved, who is giving that person inspiration to do this good, bad, or? Do you understand? So this is where we come to know and why you are there in that situation.
Please explain.
Correct. So you had to pass through that disturbance, and in that disturbance, it was your test whether you are able to remain cool. But you could not remain cool. So that's fine. So then recall and see and analyze the situation, and then it will be resolved. You understand? It's not a big deal. This can happen with anybody, but we have to understand.
So there was a
So
one.
analyze and correct yourself.
Analyze. So pratikraman for all my seeing the other industry.
Forget about pratikraman. First analyze. You didn't see that it is Vyavasthit who is doing all this.
Okay.
And if someone is unconscious or some medical problem is there, whose fault is it?
No, please.
You can say they didn't take medicine, they didn't do this, that,
No,
and they
I
want to
think
travel and all that.
I
So
saw
that's
that.
what you have to analyze what exactly went in your mind and correct yourself. Just doing pratikraman means what?
No,
You
what
have to wipe where you did wrong. You have to correct where you did wrong. You have to find out where exactly you went wrong.
People were nervous. One lady.
Forget about people. People
but
are
that's
you
what-
have no concern.
What
How
happened?
did that bother you? That is possible. One who is not aware of the situation or life science, then they will get panic. They will have confusion. But why should that create any confusion within you? See, it is like a doctor. He understands the situation and remains unperturbed. He's absolutely in a balanced state. But someone who doesn't know the remedy for the situation, for the medical situation that has come up, they will get panic. Do you understand?
Yeah, yes.
So one who have this knowledge like us, then we have to learn to remain at peace and within ourselves. But for whatever reason you were not able to remain at peace, then you have to find out what exactly went within you and correct that. Don't make judgments. You have to find out exactly where did you go wrong and correct yourself. So next time that will not happen. You understand?
Yes. Yes. So need to see the Vyavasthit Shakti that was everything was happening. Vyavasthit happening.
It's a very gross statement. You have to find out exactly what went on within you. Nobody can know, only you can know. And that too, if you just forget it, then it will not bother you now also.
What do you mean by forget it? What do you mean by that?
Because forget.
Just forget about the whole episode.
I'm not saying you forget. If you forget. If I don't recall anything, then I'm at peace, no problem.
Oh, okay.
I'm not telling you try to forget. I'm not saying that.
Yes.
I'm saying if you forget, then you will not have this problem at all.
Yes. Right.
That's what you have to understand.
Very good.
It is like last so many generations, lives, you have come from all those situations. You don't recall them at all. So you have no problem. You understand that?
Yes, we don't remember anything what happened before the birth.
And now even if you remember, you have the answer. So with that answer, you will resolve all those situations that come up in your mind and you have no problem. What you were supposed to see then, which you missed, you can recall that and see it now and
Okay.
clear the situation.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
Whatever you thought that that person was at fault, now you see and confirm that no, that person's fault was not there. That is your pratikram.
Okay. Analyze and then see it. Analyze.
Whatever judgment was made saying that they are at fault, now
Yes.
with right understanding, you come to know that no, they were absolutely innocent. It was not their fault. That itself is your pratikram. So now with that right understanding, you don't see them at fault. So that fault is not there.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
that's all.
Yes. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Kashyap bhai.
Yes, Jai Satchidanand, Rajniji, Jai
Jai
Satchidanand,
Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand, Deepakanandji, Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Yeah, I
Satchidanand.
would like to share one, something. I will share one. This is from the Science of Speech book, page number 18, where a person looking for justice in this world goes around accusing and condemning many people. You should never look for justice. Justice and injustice is merely a thermometer that measures fever, ego that goes up and down. The world is and will never become just, nor will it ever become unjust. The same kind of devious business practices will continue to take place. Yes, one thermometer also, another poster also came regarding that. So I looked up this thermometer. So this another sentence, it is telling that that justice and justice is merely a thermometer that measures fever, ego. Is this correct translation? Can you please throw more light on this?
You have to understand the crux, the theme, and then you will not have any problem. Don't go for any literal translation. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So, justice and injustice are merely gauge to measure your ego. You understand that?
No, that is what I didn't.
As much egoistic you are, then you will analyze and come across justice and injustice. But
Okay.
if you become free from ego, then you will see everything that happens is just.
Okay. And I got it now. And then it says this world will never become justice, nor will it ever become unjust. This you please explain.
Because it is karmic result.
Okay, like that.
Justice and injustice is egoistic evaluation only.
Okay, like
not
that.
knowing the signs. You understand?
Right.
Not knowing the sign. The one who has known the sign, then he doesn't have any problem.
Yeah,
For him, everything is just, because everything happens is just only.
And the one which came posted, it says that that the human should not human doesn't have any right to see justice or injustice. This is in the same lines, right? Because everything in the world is just. Means it is according to karmic account. That is why human doesn't have any right. It says any right.
Correct, that it is only intellectual evaluation. No?
So why it says right? What Dadaji means to say any right means does that apply?
Because it happens. Why does he want to take the control of the nature in his hand? Who is he to identify or judge something as justice or injustice?
Like that. Okay. Got it. It is not his job. That is what Dadaji is trying to say.
Yes. He's not fulfilling his own responsibility. and worrying about injustice and justice that happens around him.
Yeah, this is actually very, I find it very eye-opening, for me myself. So, yeah, so
You take
because,
care of yourself. What is your responsibility? Don't worry about what president is doing, what prime minister is doing, what other people are doing.
right, but that is what I was used to do, so that's why it is eye-opening for
So
myself.
now we have to understand.
Yeah,
Do your job.
right, okay, got it. And
Right.
I would like to thank Lalita Ben for bringing that up. It is very well written, Paulina and Najib, so we can continue if time is there. Thank you. Jai Sachin.
Jai Sachin. Miraben?
Jai Sachidanand, Deepakanandji, all the Mahatmas, Rajnikanta, everybody. I have a corollary I want to add on to all of the statements. Lali Aunty always brings up the best topics, so thank you, Lali Aunty, for that. I wanted to say, Kirti Aunty, the thing is, I also had the same issue. I wanted to say, I also got my flight got cancelled to Guru Purnima. I couldn't come. I couldn't do a lot of things. But I rerouted it after a day. I rerouted it to home, to my house in Tennessee, because I figured at least I can go home with the same time frame. And what was really funny is even that got delayed, and I had to sit overnight in a airport. Now, the interesting thing is, in that time frame, the minute that they said all of these things, from the minute that they said that the flight was canceled, I kept repeating, and it really helped. Dada's words, everything happens for the good. It's correct, it is good, it is right. And that Shakti that comes from that simple statement is so powerful. It kept going and going, and you see, okay, then you see, okay, the plane gets canceled, then you see that you have to sit in an airport, which is so weird. And you're kind of thinking, oh my God, when am I ever going to get out of this place, right? It's like you're stuck in a country that has no way out. And again, those thoughts came, I'm here, we are here. It is such a weird feeling, and it is a powerful feeling. Not weird, it is an incredible feeling, and it's a powerful feeling because Dada's always there. And what happened is, I was thinking, I couldn't leave my bags even to, go get coffee or whatever it is. There were so many people. We all sat together. We all had it. It was almost like, everyone was repeating the same thing. This must be some reason, some karmic reason. And I kid you not, these are not Dada's Mahatmas, but almost like Dada sent the Mahatmas to other Mahatmas to say, this is all good. So all I'm saying is that really helps. In all of these situations, Dada's always with us. I just wanted to tell you that, Kirti Aunty, because I understand exactly what you went through. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Fine.
Okay. You want to take Lalita Ben now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Rani has a question. Rani, go ahead.
Jai Sachidanand, it just popped in my head because I was taking some notes and wanted to ask Deepakanandji. So, like, definitely not having strong decision is an issue I struggle with. And how can you make your decisions stronger? Like, how do you strengthen that? Is it asking for Shakti, or how do you make
clarity,
more firm decisions?
Clarity of understanding.
Okay.
As much clear you are about the matter, that clearer and firmer your decision will be.
Okay.
Try we analyze things before making a decision. So when that evaluation is perfect, then decision is obvious and very firm and clear.
Yes.
And if that decision is made without any analysis or thinking or evaluation, then you will definitely have problems. you will
Yeah.
doubt your decision. But when that evaluation is done and that clarification is there, pros and cons, both sides, then the decision what was made will not change. You will say, this is it, come what may. So in fact, with this awareness and vigilance has opened through pure soul vision, through Prajna Shakti, it really helps us understand and evaluate situations, our own mind, spirit, body situation, outside situations, and that's how we are able to make a perfect, clear, and firm decision. So we should take time before making a decision. And
Yes.
still, if some decisions are made haphazardly without appropriate or total thinking, then those decisions are subject to change and subject to doubts also. But when that evaluation is perfect, then the decision will be a firm decision and no rethinking or re-evaluation.
Yes.
That's all.
Thank you. Jai
You
Satchidanand.
understand? And also it matters from situation to situation. You can't use the same principle, the same thing with other situation. So from case to case basis, things change, but the principle remain the same. Make a good evaluation. It's like, it is said like, I made this decision, but it went wrong. What does
Yeah.
that mean? You didn't think of all the possibilities, and due to that lack of evaluation, things which you didn't see or which you didn't anticipate, it happened, and that was the cause of your failure.
Yes.
You understand? Had the thing evaluated, known, understood, and evaluated rightly, then you were ready beforehand, before it happens, and that's how your decision would be made according to that evaluation.
Exactly.
So don't make any haste in making any decision. But this is we say this very formally, because this decision they just happen at the spur of moment, and you come across the situation which was destined for that particular situation. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
At times you have enough time
Right.
to evaluate also, but you are unable to evaluate for any reason, and you make some quick decision, and that goes on other way around.
Right. Right.
And then you curse yourself, oh, why did I make this decision so fast and all that? But no, you had to pass through that suffering due to which that had happened. So now forget about that. That suffering is over. Reevaluate, redecide, and go for it.
Yes. Yes, that's perfectly clear now. And that was definitely missing. that step was missing in the decision.
Yeah, and at times when we are not able to evaluate, you talk to someone, talk with someone that, okay, then one more brain is working, and then you are in a better position to make a better decision, a better evaluation and a better decision.
Yes.
So that's it.
Oh, thank you. Jai Satchidanand.
So he said, yeah.
Anand, Charlie.
Jai Satchidanand. Deepakanandji, same thing along the lines of decision making. There are some decisions that are impulsive. Even though you need to take time to make decisions in a spur of the moment, you just, because of your conditioning, your programming, you just decide. And then there are some decisions that I feel like unnecessarily buddhi and the ego mind complicates things, and then it just doesn't allow you to get clarity. So how do you balance each of them?
Don't have to worry. If you're not able to make a decision and get going. And whatever consequences you come across, accept that as your destiny. Period.
But that's where
It's better to keep moving rather than get stuck anywhere.
yeah.
So make a decision, get going, and whatever was destined, you will come across.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. So don't get boggled down with those fears and doubts and all that stuff. Just do it and then go with it.
Yes, I mean, and be prepared. What if?
Right.
If such a thing happen, okay, I'm ready with that. If such a thing happen, okay, I'm ready with that. If such a thing happen, I'm ready with that. That's it. So you're mentally prepared for any situation that we may come across. That's fine.
For those impulsive decisions, when the results turn out to be
The impulsive decisions are your part of your destiny, for which you had to pass through the decision, I mean, that suffering. To accept that as part of your karma only. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Everything happens in this world.
Yeah, it's happening.
So our vigilance is, and it should be used to understand how things are happening and making us pass through various suffering, happiness or unhappiness. And that was your destiny. Not before.
Yeah.
It happens. Things just happen.
Right.
Verbalize, we may verbalize by saying this, that, I did this, I did this planning and I did that, that's fine. But that had to happen, and what suffering you passed through, that was your destiny. You passed your destiny, you passed your suffering, now enjoy that you are as pure soul that you are, period. That suffering was not yours, you didn't suffer, you are not Vaishali to have your peace of mind and enjoy the bliss of your soul as I am your soul, period.
Yeah. Understood.
But we like to share things and complicate.
Yeah.
And when you start talking to someone, then, such a thing happened. Oh, I could not believe it. Oh, I'm so sorry you had to pass through that agony and all that. No, that was not the case. Then other people also jumped in. And then enjoy, have fun. That's all.
So why does Prakriti do that?
No, that is where you will eventually understand if a conversation finishes by saying one word, don't utter the next word.
Say that again. Sorry, you got cut off for a second.
If one conversation, one interaction finishes in one word, don't utter the second word.
Okay.
Because that second word can create a big chaos, big disturbance. That's why Dada used to say, if someone passes away, don't elaborate the story. If he fell sick and he passed away. That's it. Even before we could take him to hospital, he passed away on the road, on the way. So people will not unnecessarily bother you, and you will also don't have to repeat that story to everyone. It's not necessary.
It's definitely not necessary, but the Prakriti is the way is, it's like a conversation piece. If I'm meeting somebody and people just want to talk, and then I'm going to share my perspective on it, or it's all ego stuff. I get it.
Not because that's nature, but then it's like, unwanted conversation, unwanted discussion. No, it creates so much vibration disturbance within you and the surrounding. Why you want to do that? Only if it is necessary, do it. Otherwise,
I think Lalita
what had
wants to
happened
say something.
at one of the airport. Neerabhen had gone somewhere, and Dada was on his wheelchair, and a police came to him and started asking him something. So you know what did Dada do? He didn't utter a word. because it was difficult for him to converse. It was difficult, what is he going to talk when he doesn't know anything about what's going on? Because everything was handled by Niruben,
Yeah.
Nirumana. So he said, they were disturbed. They were worrying, how this man is alone over here, unattended. But Niruma saw him from distance and she came running and she explained everything. So everything was resolved. You understand that?
Yeah.
So some of these instances of Dada Bhagwan really teach us a lot, and we must learn those hidden lessons from him, that if it is not necessary, don't open your mouth. And if you feel it is not necessary, however people ask you, don't open your mouth.
Mhm.
And when it is necessary, people don't tell you anything, still you must open your mouth for clarification.
Very simple, yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah. Simple, yes.
And that's wisdom of our worldly life. Yes, Lalita, follow.
I just wanted to share something. When you submit to Vyavasthit, whatever happens, one, it takes away the what ifs, the buddhika, what if, and it also takes away the self-flagellation that goes on, beating up on yourself because it didn't happen the way you wanted it to. Case in point, when my husband passed away, here I am physician and couldn't do anything. And the what ifs just bombarded me. And,
Who bombarded you?
what if I had done this? What if I had done that?
That's right.
So really prayed to Dada and submitted to him. I said, this is Vyavasthit. It was time for him to go. And I'm going to accept it. And, everything just died down because, like he said, clarity in your decision. You make that decision, you submit to Vyavasthit, end of case. Same thing with my son was supposed to join us for Guru Purnima with my granddaughter. Here I packed a whole bag for them because I was going to see them again. I was going to see my granddaughter. I was going to, and first thing in the morning, your flight has been canceled. We rebooked you. It just upended everything. And I said, this is Vyavasthit. He's not supposed to be there, and just move on, Totally put it in the, it didn't bother me one bit. That's what the power of accepting Vyavasthit does. I just wanted to share that.
Correct.
Yeah. My concern, though, is that my understanding, and it could be limited, was that the what ifs come in before I'm making the decision, and Vyavasthit is to be understood after the decision, the results come.
Yes.
So the what ifs, what Deepakanandji said makes sense, is that when you're making the decision, just go for it and accept that whatever may come will be my Vyavasthit. Correct? Is that right understanding?
No. You have to think about all those what ifs.
Okay.
And then make a decision. And at times you are not able to evaluate certain things, make a decision and get going.
Yeah.
Because you can't get stuck anywhere.
Correct.
So in situations where you're not able to make a decision at times, then you can flip a coin also.
You're right.
And accept that is your Vyavasthit. Now, whatever happens,
Yes.
it will be part of my Vyavasthit, what part of my destiny, and I'll accept it as it is.
Yeah.
Without blaming anyone.
Correct. And there is a big sense of
that's it.
freedom. Yeah. In that.
Okay.
Also, what ifs, you cannot cover everything. So you have to understand that.
Yeah.
In our projects, we did thousands and thousands more trips. And in one project, I was 3 days ahead, and the last piece was wrong. What happened to our what ifs? Okay? So
Well, why are you not visible?
Right?
Okay, fine.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we tried our best and just move on, like Rita Ben says, We try our best and do all the stuff we think of, we know, like Deepakanandji said, you know, on our projects we have a lot of paper, right? So we do a lot of it, lot of paper, but one was missed.
Understood. Very
And
good.
then I had to face the consequence.
Mhm.
The VP of the utilities called, my VP called. I said, hey guys, let's take it easy. I know I'm in a jam, let's take it easy. You know, I'll figure it out and what to do and then let you know. But don't keep bugging me. So that's how it happened.
Right.
Jai Satchidanand.
That's okay.
Satchidanand.
Okay, I think time is up, but what do you want to do? Mahatma?
Can we continue this next time?
Yes, fine. You're muted.
Okay. Okay, I don't know how I got muted anyway, but our time is up, so Lalita said we'll do it next Sunday.
Fine. Go ahead.
Continue.
So next Sunday, until then, we continue evaluating ourselves.
What did you
Fine.
say?
Like we ask the kids, how was the day? Good or bad? Happy or unhappy? Right? So let us evaluate every day. Was it happy
Okay.
or unhappy?
So
So
yeah,
that's the goal. This science of living or science of liberation, what we have heard from Dada Bhagwan, it helps us remain happy in all different situations of our life, come what may. Right.
okay. So yeah, so let's definitely continue because now this is good topic you brought it. So we'll have continuation. There were very good discussions also. Okay. Deepakanandji, can you do 3 months, please? Everybody can follow.
Yeah. Jai Satchidanand. Namo Vitragai.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Varihantanam.
Namo Arihantaram.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vasayanam.
Namo Vasayanam.
Namo Loe Sabhasahanam.
Namo Loe Sabhasahanam.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Sauvapa Vapranasano.
Vapranasano.
Mangalanam cha Savese.
Mangalanam cha Savese.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Padmam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand Deepakanandji.
Jai Satchidanand Deepakanandji. Jai Satchidanand Lalita Ben.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand
Deepakanandji.
Jai Satchidanand Radnikant Bhai.
Jai Satchidanand Aarti Ben.
Ben Nalini Ben. Jai Satchidanand Vaishali Ben.
Jai Satchidanand. Naliben, Dr.
Kirti Ben.
Arunabha, Sanjeev Bhai, Anuben, Gita Ben, Rani, Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand Rani Ben. Sandeep
Dr.
Bhai. Jai
Nina Ben, Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand. Dr.